Hello, I'm an ocean on fire. I'm not going to give you my real name for privacy reasons, but today I'm going to be making a video on living with borderline personality disorder, as they call it now, emotionally unstable personality disorder, and also ASD, high functioning Asperger's. I was inspired to make this video because of Olivia Rose's video called Living with Borderline Personality Disorder, which I'll put in the link in the description as something to watch. She made an incredible video about explaining it, and I think I'm going to explain how it affects me as well, what it does for me. But the difference between me and her is I have BPD as well as she does, but I also have high-functioning Asperger's, which kind of melds with it and makes some parts significantly worse. I'm not going to be talking about exactly what the disorders are or like what they are. You can probably go onto YouTube and search individual videos, or go onto the internet and search videos explaining what BPD is and what ASD is. And I'm not going to go into detail about that today. I'm just going to go and explain what it's like to live with them and how it affects my life. A simple explanation of both is BPD is an issue with attachments and emotional regulation. You have a lot of mood swings, intrusive thoughts, thinking people don't like you, different things like that. Again, I won't go into too much detail on ASD. Makes it difficult to socialize, understanding social cues, being fascinated, and it makes it difficult to socialize, and it gives a lot of anxiety too. But yeah, living with them is difficult. The mood swings, intrusive thoughts, different things like that are insane. You can be feeling okay, and something small happens and you just shoot right down instantly. Like you'll be feeling fine. You'll be sitting there, maybe playing a video game, and then a thought pops into your head that reminds you of something. And immediately, just out of nowhere, your mood stops. It goes right down like a cliff. And you immediately feel extremely depressed and suicidal instantly. Extreme intrusive thoughts, and it can swing the other way. You have a good thought, and you can feel elated. For me, unfortunately, I'm in a very bad place, so most of the mood swings are kind of low. I don't normally have high swings, just because I also suffer with severe depression and anxiety, which means the level mood is normally very, very low, below the bar, and a high swing will just be a tiny bit above that bar and not particularly great. But the mood swings can be ridiculous, as Olivia Rose said. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. You're holding everything down, you're trying to show a nice face for everyone, you're trying to show everyone that you don't have these severe emotions, you're feeling like this and no one can see, and you're just holding it down, and eventually that ball is going to pop up like an explosion, and that's never fun when it happens. A big difference between me and a lot of people with BPD is I suffer with quiet BPD. There's two types, loud BPD and quiet BPD. Loud is probably the more known version. It shows external emotion to other people. If you feel a mood swing coming on or different things like that, other people will tell you, get very defensive, you could become very sad. People will be able to tell. You explode, you show it outwardly, and that's the most famous version. That's what most people know. The mood swings cause outward emotion, and people see it. Quiet BPD, on the other hand, is all expressed internally, and that's what I have. You wouldn't be able to tell. There's no external emotion shown. It's you're feeling like shit, you're feeling great, and different things like that, but it's very hard to tell. And I think that also combines with the Asperger's, the ASD. I can be feeling suicidal, I can be feeling elated. To the people around me, no matter how I'm feeling, I have such a tight lid on these emotions that no one can tell. I'm getting ripped apart inside, my soul, my heart is getting decimated, but no one can tell. and it makes it very hard to understand and realise how severe and bad it actually is, just because you can't understand or tell what it's like, because I'm so good at keeping a lid on it. I can just come across as a normal person and be completely fine, but I'm not. And a big issue is also attachments and issues of different things, and having these different things. I've lost a lot of friends. I've lost so many friends. I've never really had many friends in real life. I've known many people through Discord mainly. I find it very difficult to make friends and keep friends, but I get attached very quickly and very strongly, and a lot of the time I can be broken by that when that person doesn't reciprocate that. And that doesn't mean it's romantic, that doesn't mean I'm in love with them. It means I'm attached, it means I want to talk to them, it means my day revolves around them, and I really want to talk. And when they don't really like me, and they don't really want to be my friend, or they don't really care too much, it destroys me, it makes me feel like I'm worthless. And that happens a lot, and it's a cycle and it keeps on happening. So I push myself away from people. I seclude myself, not even deliberately, it just happens. I push everyone away. I go into seclusion. I'm by myself. I have no one around me for months at a time, sometimes even years, just because I don't want to feel that pain. I don't want to get attached and then destroyed again and again and again. And I don't trust anyone. I don't trust a single person, because I'm so scared that they're going to turn around and stab me in the back like so many other people have. And it's not even that they turned around and stabbed me in the back, it's me. I cause it. I'm too difficult to deal with for a lot of people, and they can't handle it, so they leave, and it's not their fault, it's mine. They leave, and to me, it destroys me. I don't handle it very well. I mean, I can be talking to someone and I get really insecure that they don't like me, so I ask and if they don't like me or what I can do to be better, because I'm so scared that I'm doing something wrong and they're going to go. So I try and ask a bunch of questions to try and be better, to make them like me, to understand how I can be better. And that mixes the BPD and ASD in a bad way, I suppose, and I do it too often. And I can ask questions and be kind of negative and saying, no, you don't like me. What have I done wrong? When there's nothing wrong. And all these intrusive thoughts, these suicidal thoughts, these thoughts that no one likes you, it makes it really difficult, because you can never feel accepted, you can never feel like people like you. And because you constantly feel like that, you end up pushing people away and making people not like you. Because in the end, they probably feel like I don't like them, because I'm so distant, or the way I act. But I do, and I don't know how to deal with that. I've lost almost every single friend I've ever made, and one of the best friends I've ever had, one of the people I cared about the most, I made them hate me twice. And I feel guilty for everything I've done to these people every single day, and I hate myself for doing things to them. I don't abuse people, I'm not an aggressive person, I'm not a violent person, but I'm difficult to deal with because of my emotional problems. And I can be really difficult to be around, and I understand that. I lose everyone. I don't have friends who stick by me or keep in contact with me regularly. I don't have a support circle. I'm too distant from everyone. I'm too back. I can't get myself to make people attached to me. I can get attached to people. People don't get attached to me. When they do, it doesn't last long. And it's difficult because no one really does understand what I'm going through. Before I was diagnosed with BPD, I really thought I had it, so I did a lot of research into it, and I genuinely believed I had it, and I had every single symptom. And a lot of my friends told me that you probably don't have it, it's just the ASD, they're very similar. And I agreed with them, but I knew something was up. And I did get an official diagnosis, and I got diagnosed, and I have both ASD and BPD, quite badly BPD and pretty normal ASD, I'd say. I keep a pretty good lid on it for the ASD, but it still affects me. and the BPD's bad, it really, really affects me. I just, I lose everyone. I can't keep friends, I hurt everyone. And I feel so bad because I care about these people. I really, really fucking care about these people. And I lose them. And one of the best friends I've ever had, I ended up losing them too, because of my fucking problems. I didn't want to lose them. I don't want that to happen. Because I really cared about them, and I do care about them. They hurt me, they've done bad things to me. But that's no more their fault than it is mine. Because I'm the initiative of it. I cause it by the way I act. Yes, no one's perfect. Yes, everyone has their problems, but unfortunately it's a trend of me. I lose everyone. It's consistent, and it's happened more times than not than that I can actually realise that it is something that I'm doing. I don't know how to stop. I want to be better. I want to have people like me. I want to have people care about me. That's all I want. I just want someone to be there for me. A friend, or someone just to sit there and care. Not just family. My family's supportive. My family's nice. But the distrust goes deeper than just friends. It's with everyone. I trust my family more than I do ever anyone, but I still don't trust, truly, anyone, because I'm so scared of it. And I had a lot of friends, and they're like, why don't you trust me? Why won't you listen to me? Why won't you trust me? I can't trust people, and I don't know why. I'm so terrified that I'm going to be hurt. I'm so terrified that they're going to leave me. I'm so terrified that I'm not good enough. I'm constantly thinking, why are they talking to me? There are so many people that are better than me that could easily be a better conversation. They could be spending time with someone who's better. So why are they bothering with me? Is it just because I'm not good enough? Is it because they feel bad and they just want to give credit and just be next to the guy who feels shit so they don't feel bad about themselves? That's the kind of shit that goes through my head. That's what I'm thinking when I'm around friends. That they're only around me because they feel guilty, they feel bad. That they don't actually care about me, they want me to go. And any excuse I can go, that's good for them. And that's why I end up leaving a lot of the time, because I genuinely believe they don't want me around, even if that's not the case. And I've lost too many friends, too many people. I'm so distant from everyone, and I keep on getting worse day by day, and I don't do anything. It's just these constant intrusive thoughts that you're not good enough, that no one cares, these constant mood swings, these constant thoughts that I'm doing something wrong, so I have to validate that, I have to ask someone if I'm doing something wrong. The constant thoughts, and it makes it really difficult for other people to be around you, because it is difficult. It is very, very difficult to be around someone who's constantly asking you, do you hate me? Do you hate me? Do you hate me? What can I do better? What did I do wrong? Even if there's nothing wrong. And the constant negativity, for anyone, that's difficult, and I understand that. I don't know how to stop or change, because every friend I have, I lose. And it just binds to my fears, because I'm so afraid of abandonment, and I've been abandoned so many times that I've come to expect it. And I lost so many friends, and it's difficult. No one understands. I feel like no one cares, and it's people just, I think, feel like I'm a bad person. I know there are some people that I really would like to be watching this video, and they probably won't be. To those people, I'm truly sorry for the way I am, and how I act and what I've done. Because I don't mean to. I don't do it deliberately. I'm not doing it because I spite you or I hate you. It's just, I can't stop and I can't control, and I care about these people so much. I care about them so much, and to see them hurt because of me destroys me, and it makes me feel like I shouldn't exist. And it's difficult. Every day's a struggle. You don't have good days. It's always a bad day. Losing the people you care about hurts anyone, but with someone with BPD it hurts immeasurably because all the emotions are times 100. That's the thing with BPD. It's the emotions are times 1,000. You don't have stability. All the emotions are extreme and irregular. Normal emotions on a normal person are like this. Both ASD and BPD cause mood swings, so it compiles into each other and makes it worse. So a normal person has this, and maybe slight curves and drops, but it's normally stable along the middle line. Someone with bipolar, they have long, big swings that go really high up and really low down over a long time. Someone with BPD, especially someone with BPD and ASD, instead of it just being a straight line, it's like this. It's sudden, jagged curves that are just as severe as someone with borderline, with bipolar. The mood swings are just as severe, if not worse, but they're all the time. They're not just like once a day, they're multiple times a day, maybe multiple times an hour. You can be feeling great, then down, then up, then down, then up. It's exhausting. And the constant thoughts no one cares, the constant mood swings, the dissociation. I haven't even explained dissociation. When you get really fucking stressed out and things happen and you just go blank, your emotions stop, you feel distant, you feel out of yourself, and you can't remember too well, and it all disappears. I want the people who see this, hopefully whatever friends I have left, or the people who can see this, understand that I don't mean to act the way I do or be the way I do, and I do genuinely care about them, because that's one thing about BPD and my personality. People with BPD and me, at least me, they feel care and emotion and empathy massively, more than most people. They care, and they really, really care, and they feel the emotion and empathy, and they really care more than most people do. And it hurts when they don't care back, because you care about them, you really, really care about them, and you want what's best for them, and that's why you leave, because you feel like you're making their life worse. You leave to help them. You don't do it because you feel pain, you do it because you don't want to hurt them anymore. I say things and I do things that I don't want to do and I don't mean to do, and it ends up pushing a lot of people away or making them hate me. I don't mean to. It's probably the ASD in that regard, saying things that are probably not socially acceptable in certain things, and they come across wrong because people with ASD say things that they think are logical and they think are going to help this situation. But normally, it's not what a normal person would say. It's too logical and it doesn't go around the right basis. I could be saying something that I think is going to help, but really doesn't. Something that I think I'm explaining it to help them understand, so that I can use to benefit both of us, but it's the wrong thing, and it really, really fucking hurts, because that combined with the BPD, once they get detached, the emotions, the severe everything. I am so sorry to the people I've hurt. I don't mean any of it. I'm terrified that I hurt people. I'm terrified of what I do to people. I haven't ever been in a relationship really in my life. I haven't really had any best friends in my life. I've lost so many people. I've only had very few people that could come close to best friends, and that was maybe when I was 12, and that only lasted a month. And other than that, on Discord for maybe a year, until that person hated me because of the way I acted and how I was. And I regret all the things I did to that person, because I care about that person, and I hate myself for what I've done to them. I really do. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't hate myself and feel so fucking bad for the people I've hurt, because I care about them. And I wish I could go back in time and change what I've done and just be a better person and have them care about me again, because I care about them. And it hurts that they hate me and they feel like I'm a horrible person. And they're right. I am. And it's not because I'm an evil person or I'm horrible and I'm doing it deliberately. It's just because of the way I act and my emotions that make me do things. and I don't mean to, but it does make me a very bad person to be around sometimes. And it's difficult because, you know, having no one that cares, no one that really sticks by you friend-wise, having everyone you know you could care about, that you know it's not going to last and they're going to end up hating you. The constant doubt, the constant paranoia that every single friend you make, or if you make any friends, they're just going to go. So what's the point of making friends if they're just going to leave? Mood swings, dissociation, negative thoughts, intrusive thoughts, social ineptness, social inawareness, being unable to tell a lot of emotions from other people, and being too aware, because ASD and BPD clash in certain senses, so it makes it difficult to understand where the two are and where the two end. And now I'm not on a lot of medication, and I don't even know what's me and what's that and what's the BPD and what's the ASD. I don't even know who I am. I want people that care about me. I want people that understand and actually care and just be there for once, and I want them to understand that I don't mean to be the way I am, and I wish they could just stick by me and understand that when I do these stupid things, it's not because I mean to. And that they can say and stick by and say, hey, yeah, I understand what you said is wrong, and then they could explain it to me and tell me, yes, this isn't what you're supposed to do. If they would just explain to me and tell me how to be better and understand what I'm going through, that would help. That's all I need, is for people to just stick by and just tell me what I do wrong so I can be better. But people don't understand, and I don't blame them for not understanding, so they leave. I've been ranting, but that's pretty much, I guess, what I wanted to talk about and how it affects me. I'll probably put a few videos and link in the description that explain BPD. I'll probably put Olivia Rose's video down there, and I'll also put a site that explains what it's like to have BPD and ASD. But yeah, if you're watching this, you know who you are. I'm sorry, I really am. I know you hate me. I know you don't forgive me, but I am sorry, and I never meant anything I've ever done. I do things because I care, and I just want to be better, and I fuck it up. Yeah, well, I guess that's it. Sorry for the rant. If anyone's struggling or has these disorders, don't self-diagnose. It can be a mistake. Try and get help. Try and get a diagnosis first, because the not knowing is the worst. And once you know, that helps. That helped me, at least partially. So yeah, if anyone's struggling, just there are resources and things to help. And they have been helping me and doing what they can, and they are pretty good, especially in the UK. Alright, thank you for watching, I guess. Have a nice day.